Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Yes, I know up to now, this is the best channel ever when it comes to motivation. So guys, we are still on the mistakes we do at the age of 20 that make us regret when we are older or when we are 30s. So guys, stay tuned as we continue with our next mistake. Please, and if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell so that you know anytime I upload new video. And please, if you have a friend who is 20, from 25 and below, please just tell them to come here, because this is the channel to be, because they're going to learn a lot and it's going to help them in future. So guys, stay tuned and please make sure you have subscribed.
Shalix. Zeno style life tough and rap, but you still have your hope. Oh, yeah. Solid flavor. Right now me have a family to feed, so me have to work hard. Fi be daughter, fi me woman and farm. Life no easy, me no life too hard, but you can't afford to look sad. Life too expensive nowadays, but me pray to see better days. Better days every day for the place make you open.
So guys, welcome back and let us continue with our sixth mistake. And our sixth mistake, I'm going to talk about fear. I know I talked about fear of what people will say, but now I'm going to talk fear in general as a mistake by itself. So, I think sometimes fear, it's contributed by how you are raised. As parents, some parents, they will always, some parents don't know how to motivate their kids. Some parents don't know how to, to help their kids gain courage. So you come and find out that the more they keep on shattering their courage and self-esteem, the kid will have that fear. The kid will have that fear to a point that even when she or he grow up, or even when they finish their school, they still have that thing in them, and that is fear. Anytime, I know everybody, whenever you are starting something, you always feel that, there's that something you feel like you are afraid to start. You are afraid to do something. So you have to force yourself and you have to overcome. That's what you are always told, to overcome your fears. Sometimes you go and find out that this person, maybe they were bullied in school. Maybe they were bullied in primary school. Maybe they were bullied in high school. Now they are out there. They are used to be bullied. And they have already gained the fear in them. So if you don't overcome the fear in you, it's going to destroy your life for real. Because you will not be able to conquer anything. You won't be able to conquer anything. You won't be able to start anything. Fear is going to even make you not to, maybe you are being invited for a job interview. You can't go because you are afraid. You have that fear in you. You don't even want to interact with people because of the fear. So for you to be able to be successful, you have to always make sure you overcome all the fears you have. If you're afraid to face people, you have to start training yourself to face people, because there's no way you can live in this world alone. If you're afraid, there's so many things people are afraid of. You always hear people saying that I'm afraid of heights, I'm afraid of this, I'm afraid of dark. But if you don't face that fear can hinder you from getting to your blessings. That fear can hinder you from getting to your destination. Because even in the Bible, there are so many verses about do not be afraid. Fear not, do not be afraid, fear not. And there's this one that caught my eyes. It is in the Psalms 56, and it says, in God I trust, in God I trust. It's Psalms 56 verse 11. And it says, in God I trust. I'm not afraid. What can man do to me? So, anytime you feel afraid to start something, anytime you feel afraid, maybe someone is oppressing you, but you're not able to talk because of the fear. Just remember this word. There's nothing a man can do to you. That's why you should not be afraid. Just trust in God. Just encourage yourself. Motivate yourself. Even if you had a childhood that you are oppressed, a childhood that ulifunikwa like no one wanted you to, yani hakuna mtu alikuwa anataka utokelezee. There is no one who wanted to motivate you. Just press yourself and shake yourself and make sure you face your fears. Face your fears, because if you just let your fears to overtake you, you are going to do nothing. Like now, you can see maybe inside you, you feel that you want to start a business. Now, you start thinking, oh, if I start a business, it's going to fail. If I start a business, I'm not going to get customers. If I start a business, it's not going to it's not going to do well. But if you overcome that fear and go and face that problem, you are going to go far. Obviously, you're going to open that business and you're going to know if it's going to fail or if it's going to succeed. You know, it always, there's this quote that says, the more you fail, the more you succeed. Because anytime you fail, you don't just fail. You fail and you learn something from that failure. So you have to keep on trying. You have to keep on doing whatever you feel like you want to do, like something that is in you that you feel that you want to do. Just do it if you can. Don't just let it die inside you. And just die inside you, and you start regretting. You start regretting when the time has already gone. You start regretting when it's too late. So if you have something you want to start now, just start it now. Don't be afraid of anything. Don't be afraid. Don't just overcome that fear, because actually fear has affected so many people, and fear has made so many people not to achieve their goals. There are so many people who have failed in life because of fear. You just want to stay alone. You don't want to talk to anybody. You don't want to mingle with anybody because you're afraid. Maybe you are told that person can help you in one way or the other, but you are afraid. You are afraid of them. You are afraid to approach them. Hakuna kitu napenda. There's one thing I admire so much about, you see these kids, watoto viherehere. If you have ever noticed, or I don't know, if you have ever looked around you and see those kids that wanakuanga so much talkative, so much wanakuanga na viherehere, those people go far. Because with iyo kimbelembele yao, they are going to talk to anybody. With iyo kimbelembele yao, they are going to, they are going to fight for they are going to get whatever they want with that hiyo kimbelembele yao. But wewe hapo, uko tu hapo umetulia with your fear. I remember when you were young, maybe unaenda harusi. When you go to a wedding, see obviously kuna hii line ya chakula, kuna sijui place ya keki. So utapata mtu, you can't go to take your food because you're afraid. You're afraid. No, I can't, Huwezi enda huwezi chukua mkono yako uchukue keki because you're afraid. So kwanza hiyo age, the age between 18 to 25, kuna kauoga kana kuanga hapo. You are afraid of everything. But unless you fight it on, unless you press yourself and say that I'm not going to allow fear to make me fail, you are not going to do anything. And there's nothing bad like just wasting your time. Your time because you are afraid. You can't even go, at that age, I always say, it's always good. That is the best time to travel. That is the best time to go with your friends. No, you go around with your friends. That's the best time to volunteer. That is the best time for your youth. Mnaenda tu kwa youth church, muna intermingle na mnaongea. But you are there, you are being afraid, you can't even be able to face those people. So you are that's why unapatanga these kids who are so quiet, most of them end up being depressed. Some of them even end up killing themselves. So as a parent, you have mukona kazi pia nyinyi. Don't when you see your child is the quiet type, try to motivate them, try to encourage them, try to psych them up. Try to show them that they can be able to do everything. Because if you let them just go with that pace, they will reach a time when you won't be there, when you won't be there, and they will need to fight for themselves. So parent, when your child is out of high school, talk to them, encourage them, allow them to go to youth services, allow them to intermingle with their friends, allow them to go for the seminars, allow them to hang out with their friends. I know sometimes parents are afraid that when they hang out, they are going to get pregnant, they are going to do bad things. But if you let your child hang out, they'll be able to grow. They'll be able to grow. They are going to be able to grow. They are going to be able to learn one or two. They are going to know something about boys, something about girls. So parent, you have mko na jukumu pia. Musifungie watoto kwa nyumba ati it is discipline. That discipline, kuna time itafika, you are not there. You're not there. Kuna time itafika, huyo mtoto, he or she will try to stand in front of people and they won't be able to talk because of the fear. Alafu, hii kitu ya kushinda mkipiga makelele, you should stop. Because sometimes it gets into the child's mind. And the more munapiga makelele, the more the child is withdraw from so many things. So, all I would encourage the parent is just to motivate your kids from akiwa chini. Keep telling them they can do it. Keep telling them they are the best. Keep telling them they are beautiful. Keep encouraging them so that they will be able to rise their self-esteem. And also you can also encourage them to go and participate. Like if a child is a Sunday school level, encourage them to participate so that ata hiyo uoga itaisha. But usiache mtoto ati akae tu hivyo, you don't know, yani mtoto tu akao hivyo. That's why kuna watu na hurumianga. I always feel for men, those men who have, unaona hawa wanaume wako tu hapo, men who are afraid. Yani those men who can't even fight for themselves. A man who can't even talk for himself. I just feel pity for them. But parent, that's your responsibility. You have to make your child have courage. You are the only one who can mold that child to become someone who is responsible, someone who is able to fight for themselves, someone who can stand and talk in front of people. And if you had parent who did not give you all that, you can start training yourself by overcoming your fears. If you're afraid of talking in front of people, make sure whenever you meet a crowd, even if it's just 5 people, make sure you have a chance to just say hi and introduce yourself. By doing it more often, you're going to find that you can be able now to talk to a big crowd of people. But that age of below 25, it's always like that. But you have to overcome it. You have to overcome it as early as immediately you come out of school. You have to overcome that thing, because if you don't, it's going to affect your future. It's going to make you not to do so many things which you're going to regret when you reach 30s, and maybe you can't be able to do them when you're 30s, but you could have done them when you're 20s. So make sure you encourage yourself. If it's hanging out with your age mate, just ask your mom for permission, and you go to youth services, you go to youth seminars, you go and hang out with the other youths, and you'll be able to gain the courage. So guys, that's all for today. Let us overcome the fears. Let us not be afraid of anything. Just focus on your dreams. Just know that we were all created for a purpose, and God did not create us to be oppressed by anybody. God did not create us to be made useless by other people. So make sure you face your fears. Whatever you feel afraid of, just try and overcome it. Overcome your fears, and you're going to be great people in future. So guys, that's all for today. Please make sure you have subscribed to my YouTube channel. Make sure you have hit the notification bell so that you know anytime I upload new video. And please stay tuned for more and more mistakes we do when we are at 20s, and that make us regret when we are at 30s. So bye bye guys, be blessed, and please must forget to subscribe. Bye bye.